Hello everyone, and welcome to Informers, War for Cybertron. And yes, I did just say Informers, because I figured I should have some sort of halfway clever name for this Let's Play. I'm Warwolf, and I'll be your host for this informative Let's Play. I should note from the start that I can't promise you a good Let's Play, because I have no experience doing this and I'm rather socially awkward, so you can expect some awkward pauses and probably some stammering and stuff like that. What I can promise you is a whole bunch of Transformers trivia. My expertise lies in the Generation 1 Transformers, most notably the ones from the Marvel comic series, but I do also have some knowledge with other stuff, and I have watched the entire original animated series. In fact, I believe I have some acquaintance with most Transformers properties, though of the more recent ones, I've really only taken a good look at the IDW comics. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started here. And yes, I have tried this before, so we'll have to select chapter 1 from the beginning. I will be playing on easy because I don't trust my ability to both play and commentate well at the same time. And I will try to shut up during cinematics just so that people can follow the story if they want to. Now, as you see, we have 3 Transformers available, because this game is actually co-op based, so you have a team of 3 per level. There is Megatron, the Decepticon leader, Brawl, the Combaticon bruiser, and Barricade, who's a bit of a curious choice, but I will get into that later. I'll be going with Brawl, both because I think he's a cool tank, and because this is the only level in which I can actually play him.
Civil War has ravaged Cybertron, homeworld to the Transformers, for millions of years. Megatron, leader of the Decepticons, recently discovered an ancient power that will give him the edge to win over the hated Autobots. Called Dark Energon, this power remains locked away in an orbital station under the protection of a Sky Commander named Starscream.
Starscream wouldn't fight with such desperation if the legends weren't true!
Lord Megatron, you're certain it's here?
I am certain, Barricade. And when I find it, the balance of this war with the Autobots will finally tip in my favor! Lord Megatron! Stabilizers are failing! Maintain your heading, Brawl! Do not falter!
Sublight engines are offline. Shields at 15%.
Reroute all power to forward guns and thrusters. Full speed ahead.
But sir, that's suicide.
Any further objections? Ram this warship straight into the heart of that station.
We're lucky to have survived that, Megatron.
The strong survive. The weak perish.
Lord Megatron, the ship's reactor core is failing. Explosion imminent.
Move, Decepticons. Double time.
The core's about to detonate.
Go, go, go!
It's falling apart. Watch out! Megatron, this way. Over here.
Starscream, and I have protected my station for over 1,000 years.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. This space station is Decepticon property. Surrender immediately.
Whoever you are, you've traveled a long way just to meet your doom.
And there we are! We've been introduced to several of the players already, Megatron and Starscream being the two biggest, of course. And yeah, I do believe I actually heard a Wilhelm scream during that cutscene. Well, I think that's what it was at least. Oh. Now, for the first topic I'll be talking about, I figured I'd mention the origin of how Transformers came to be. But very first I'd like to mention just one little thing about this game. I think the transformation sequences are really cool. And just watch now. It's a hover tank, but I boost, and it puts its threads down and fly to gain further traction for higher speed. You notice it even better on the cars because they actually put their wheels down, and it's much more visible.
Ready to run!
But I still think it's a pretty cool feature. No, Transformers was started by Hasbro. They were on the lookout for new toys. I think it was back in 1982. So they went to a toy fair in Japan and found I think it was a series of 3 different transforming robots that they all bought up and renamed Transformers. And then they commissioned Hasbro to do they commissioned Marvel to do a limited comic series to promote the new toys. And they also commissioned a short series of 3 animated episodes that would kind of do a double whammy on the kids, so they'd be more likely to be aware of the toys and actually buy them, hopefully.
That was some fancy shooting, if I do say so myself.
And as it turned out, both comics and animated series were such big hits that...
Fat chance. We can use that crate to reach the crash tunnel and flank them. Ambush their ambush. I like it. Find the controls to that service arm.
Megatron bossing us around. But yeah, both comic and animated series reached full syndication.
Neutralize that vehicle! Weapons will be online shortly! Whose butt needs kicking?
Yeah, there were some interesting differences between the early works and what turned into the full series later, especially in the comics.
Down he goes!
Like... The first thing I noticed was the artwork. The first 2 issues of the 4-issue limited series look really horrible. Like, you can barely tell that
The ambush is set. They won't make it.
that it's the same Transformers.
To that soldier. Yes, sir.
This is almost too...
Megatron and Optimus look mostly the same, but a lot of the others really had their looks tied up later. And like you can see already from issue 3, Transformers like Bumblebee suddenly look a lot better. It was almost like they realized that, maybe we should put a little more work into what we're doing here. But yeah, still a big hit. And as for the story, it was the base thing of Transformers, that you start out on Cybertron. There's the Autobots ruling in peace, and the Decepticons wanting to stop them. I don't believe if Megatron already had his idea of restoring Cybertron to its former glory. But that was definitely an idea that came into it pretty fast.
Now the party can get started.
And, oh, now here we have a conversation coming up, so I'll shut up.